Okay, so we already knew about Mario Barrios trying to fight Manny Pacquiao, but now Errol Spence too? This better be a fucking joke.
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know I'm lying.
Yo, what's good, Boxing Talk family? It's your boy, Dr. Boxing Talk, back for another YouTube video. Banger, man. Yes, sir. Yes, man. I don't know what time it is. The doctor's in the house, man. So check this out. Yo, I saw this news, you know what I'm saying, first reported by World Boxing News and seconds out that Mario Barrios could potentially fight not only Manny Pacquiao with his old ass. Yeah, you know, shout out to my boy Manny Pacquiao, but he getting up there in age, man. He's not really no spring chicken, right? You know, he's definitely an old rooster. He's what, 46 years old?
Damn. I'm sorry.
And that's not old in life, but when it comes to being a professional athlete and competing at the pinnacle of the sport, man, that's kind of up there, you know what I'm saying? But in addition to Mario Barrios fighting Manny Pacquiao, now, according to his trainer Bob Santos, he could potentially be fighting Errol Spence for his comeback fight.
Bullshit! Bullshit! Bullshit, 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 bullshit.
At 147 for the WBC title. I had to look at my calendar and check my watch. I'm like, hold on now. Bro, it's a little too late for it to be April Fools, you feel me? Like, come on now, what are we talking about? Errol Spence coming back? First of all, I thought he was going to 154. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was done with 147 because even before the Crawford fight, we thought that Spence was struggling to make weight, and it looked like that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Errol Spence. Errol the Truth Spence. He is the truth. Yeah. Those of you that hate on my boy Errol Spence, man, you know he's about that life. He'll fight anybody at any time, and the fact that he was able to make the Terrence Crawford, big salute to both him and Terrence Crawford for making that fight happen. You know what I'm saying? Because that fight, you know, according to Errol Spence and according to Terrence Crawford himself, you know, both of their testimonies, they said that they're the ones that went out their way to make sure that that fight happened for us and for them, man. So shout out to both Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. I don't know why people feel compelled to pick between the two of them, man. They're both great fighters, no matter who you like more. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to tear one down to elevate the other. But anyway, back to the meat and potatoes and the main topic at hand. It's like Errol Spence, I thought he was done with 154, you know? I mean, sorry, 147. So everybody anticipates him, if he comes back, to come back at 154. So the fact that he could come back against Mario Barrios at 147, man, that's kind of crazy, man. You know, I like Mario Barrios. I'm a Mario Barrios fan. But Mario Barrios, man, he's looking a little shaky, baby. You know what I'm saying, right now? Because it's like, bro, we just seen Jerron Boots Ennis go against Mantis Stanionis, man, the #1 and the #2 ranked guys in the Ring magazine, respectively, between Boots Ennis and Stanionis. And they just fought for unification, and now Boots won, so he got the WBA and the IBF, and he also claimed the Ring magazine belt. Excuse me. He also claimed the Ring magazine belt. My bad, I'm a little sick. But then we got Brian Norman Jr., who's a WBO belt. You know, he just had his first defense against Derek Cuevas, you know, and he potentially could fight either unification or maybe Jin Sasaki in Japan. And then we got Mario Barrios talking about fighting the older veteran retired Pacquiao, who just came off of a loss in the exhibition, if you can even lose exhibitions, right? A loss in the exhibition at Ampo. And then you're talking about you're going to fight him. And if not him, who's 46 years old, you're about to fight Errol Spence, coming off of a 2-year hiatus and fresh off of his first loss, which was a brutalizing loss. You know what I'm saying? He got brutalized by Terrence Bud Crawford. It's like, come on, man. I don't want to question Barrios because, you know, we know Barrios is about that life, right? He's been in the ring with guys like Yordenis Ugas, guys like Keith Thurman and Gervonta Tank Davis, you know, and, you know, so that demonstrates that he's really not afraid of anybody. So I want to reject that narrative, first of all. But at the same time, you know, he wants to get the bag, and I'm not knocking anybody for going to get the money fights. That's what you should do. Boxing is a business. We cannot omit that or dismiss that. And the fighters should be worried about their compensation, right, and their revenue generation ability, and trying to get the most lucrative deals. But at the same time, you have to, if you are a champion, adhere to your responsibilities as a champion, and that's putting on the best fights, you know, saying when possible. And it just seems like Mario Barrios has, as of late, has been falling short of that. And I do think that Errol Spence versus Mario Barrios is a better fight than the Pacquiao one, but I'd much rather see Barrios try to get a Norman fight, you know what I'm saying, try to get a unification there, or maybe even fight a Jin Sasaki. It doesn't even have to be a unification, but somebody that's formidable. We could be like, okay, bet, man, Mario Barrios is not just babysitting the title, he's actually trying to make a statement, you know. And if not, then maybe you got to think about relinquishing the belt. But at the same time, the reason why he's in a position to get these fights with Pacquiao and Errol Spence potentially is because he's a belt holder. So it's a fine line, you know what I'm saying? It's a fine line to balance on. But at the same time, me speaking selfishly as a fan, Come on, Barrios. I need a little bit better than this, man. You know what I'm saying? This is not good news, but we'll see though, man. Like I said, if Spence wants to come back and be at 147 and fight Barrios, I think that's better than Barrios fighting Pacquiao. But at the same time, too, man, you do your thing. But just be prepared for the criticism that's going to come along with it. But most importantly, I want to say this too. I don't believe he's fighting Barrios. I don't believe Spence is fighting Barrios. But this is just interesting that the fact that Bob Santos has said that this has even been entertained or discussed, even in preliminary talks, is very alarming, you know what I'm saying? But do I think it'll happen? No, I think that the fight that's most likely going to happen for Barrios is either Pacquiao, or maybe this is just wishful thinking, a potential unification with Brian Norman Jr. or the newly crowned unified king in Jerome Santos. But y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. Don't forget to smack that like button. But most importantly, remember, with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.